Let me cut this music down just a hair.
All right, we are recording now, so everybody will have it. And I'm gonna turn it over to Leela to explain what we're doing first.
Alrighty, people, my name is Leela. I'm one of the advisors, and we have one quick question. It's true or false. Just read it and answer it, and then we're gonna pause this, have our little introductions and presentation, and then we'll come back to the other Kahoot questions at the end of it all to see if you guys picked up some cool information from tonight. So let us see. There is a food pantry on each campus of HUTC for students, faculty, and staff. True or false?
True.
Don't tell me true. Just type true or false. Where do I type it? You don't type. You just hit true or false.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, okay. I got it. I'm sorry.
Alrighty. That's all we needed for right now, y'all. Now I'm going to stop sharing and turn it back over, I believe, to Jason. Correct?
Yes. I will take over for the time being. All right. So everyone, welcome. It's so exciting to see. This is actually a pretty decent turnout for a virtual meeting, actually. So this is really cool. So as Leela said, my name is Jason, and I'm actually this year's chapter president. For this chapter. And but I'm going to introduce the other. I'm going to introduce everyone you don't know, besides the other students. So we have Matthew. He is our vice president of scholarship. We have Kristen, and she is our vice president of leadership. Mar is our vice president of service. Sherna Lee is our vice president of fellowship. Ola is our recording secretary. And we also have another officer who's not here, but her name is Elena, and she's actually the chapter's historian. So I'm going to begin the meeting by explaining like what Phi Theta Kappa is. Just be short, because really we could go probably like an hour conversation on it, but I'll try to condense it down to like 30 seconds.
Do you want the slides now or in a minute?
Now.
Okay.
Yeah. So we created a PowerPoint as well, and Miss Beth is going to share it, only because the Kahoot afterwards will, like the test questions will be based on some of the information off the PowerPoint. So I wanted people to be able to hear it from us as well as see it on your screen. All right, and we should be on the second slide.
There we go.
All right.
She might have to redo everything. Crazy. You didn't do nothing.
So if you thought Phi Theta Kappa was a scam when you got it in the mail, it is not. It is not an invitation to a fraternity or sorority. It's actually an honor society. So Phi Theta Kappa actually recognizes the academic achievement of college students, and it really gives us the opportunities to grow as students and just as leaders in college and in our communities. Phi Theta Kappa was actually established in 1918, and as of now, we actually have about 1,300 community colleges around the world. Oh, I'm sorry. Phi Theta Kappa is also recognized by the Association of Community Colleges, which is, they recognize us as the, I may have said that backwards, but Phi Theta Kappa is recognized by the American Association of Community Colleges as the official honor society for two-year colleges. And as of now, since 1918, we actually have more than 3.5 million students that have been inducted. Now we can go to the next slide. All right, so each college has their own chapter of Phi Theta Kappa. Here at Ori Georgetown Technical College, we are Alpha Nu Sigma. So what we do is we generate projects throughout the year. We have two big projects that we do and one that's kind of optional. The bigger ones are like an honors and action project and a college project. One is research-based and has a more kind of global perspective on it. Rather, the college project is just kind of like how it sounds, where we focus on something or something we want to improve within the college. We work with administration and whoever else we can to just improve college life for us and future students. One of the greatest things about being a member is our ability to network. We spend the year talking to these administrators and other members of the faculty and staff, and we really just spend that time building relationships. And if you're a forever student like me, those relationships actually work out sometimes. Because you do meet a lot of great people, and you find yourself reaching out to them at like the strangest times, and vice versa. So it's just one of the great things that we do. Another thing is that as a chapter, we really focus on helping each other learn and grow. We're constantly learning things from each other, and we probably haven't done that so much this year because of COVID-19 happening and us not being able to physically be together. So our meetings, unfortunately, are virtual for now. So we're not really interacting as much. But when we get to meet physically, it's a lot of fun. We learn a lot about each other and just a lot about everything that's happening around us from just the other members' perspectives and knowledge. We travel about 5 times a year. We have a couple of conferences and conventions that we go to, which I believe Sherna Lee will talk about later on in the presentation. So Phi Theta Kappa is also based off 4 major hallmarks. And we try to encompass these hallmarks as much as we can. And our projects, we also try to integrate their hallmarks into just everything that we do, really. So the 4 hallmarks are scholarship, leadership, service, and fellowship. So now it'll be Mr. Matthew.
So again, I'm Matthew, and I'm the VP of Scholarship for our chapter. So as that, one of my roles is to promote scholarship to our chapter members. And that's to inform you about all the different resources and the ways that you can grow as a scholar your time as a member with our chapter. And so Phi Theta Kappa provides a whole bunch of opportunities for you to continue your education, because they provide over $9 million in financial scholarship opportunity. And these opportunities can help you through all aspects of your academic career. They can help you through associates, and if you want to transfer, they'll help you through your bachelor's. And even if you want to go on to graduate school, they can even help you pursue a master's degree. And the way that you can get access to all these financial resources is through a tool that is free for all Phi Theta Kappa members, and that's PTK Connect. And with PTK Connect, you can search for different colleges. This tool is a big benefit, especially for those who wish to transfer. And so with this tool, you can search for different colleges. You can search for majors that might pertain to you that you want to transfer to, and you want to see which colleges offer that major. And you also can see if colleges offer scholarships that are directly exclusive for Phi Theta Kappa members. So if you're trying to make a choice between 2 colleges and one of them offers a scholarship exclusive for Phi Theta Kappa members, the other one doesn't, PTK Connect can help you and show you which is the best choice for you. And so with Phi Theta Kappa, for me, I want to go on eventually to med school. And so transferring will be a big part of my journey, in my academic journey. And so I'll probably get a lot of benefit from those resources, especially for transferring to my bachelor's degree, and eventually wanting to look for the colleges that will best suit my needs, which colleges will have most of my credits transfer, or which ones can provide me the most financial resources so it can make that journey financially feasible for me. and take that sort of burden of money off of myself, and so I can focus more on growing myself as a scholar. And growing yourself as a scholar is another important aspect of Phi Theta Kappa. It's not just about the financial resources available to you. It's about the different programs that we offer that can help you grow as a scholar, more importantly, a scholar leader. And one of the early ones Jason mentioned was Honors in Action, which right now we're certainly in our research stage. And what that is in Honors in Action, we take from a global perspective an issue, and we conduct some research in it. We conduct some research into a topic provided by Phi Theta Kappa, our honors study topic, and we perform some research in it. And that research, whatever we find, will culminate into a service project. And from that service project, it's expected of us to reflect on it and to see how we have grown from that project. And that will culminate into what's called a Hallmark Award towards the very end of the year. And right now, our Honors in Action project is quite topical because it has to do with the current pandemic right now and the effects that pandemic can have on our mental health. And through that process, through our research, through our eventual service project, you'll not only grow your academic research skills, you'll grow your community service skills based on whatever service project and how we choose to execute it. And we'll grow in those two areas that can help best transform you into a scholar leader, which is an important concept within Phi Theta Kappa. And another tool to help in that is another program we call Research Edge. And that program is for Phi Theta Kappa members as well, that allows you to get a better understanding of Honors in Action, and also for you to hone your undergraduate research skills. And that's one I've completed, and trust me, I wish I had it before whenever I would take a paper for a class, because you'll learn some skills that will just help you get the grades you want in your class, whatever research paper you might be doing, and to also succeed in your class overall, not just on any singular assignment. And I believe, and ultimately, all these resources are there for you because Phi Theta Kappa wants you to succeed. And these resources are there for you to not only pursue your academic goals, but for you to grow as a leader in the process, grow as a scholar leader, and to promote for you to become a lifelong learner. And that's something that will be specific for me as someone who wishes to go to medical school. I'll certainly be using those resources frequently. And for any of you who have already shown by getting an invitation to the orientation that you are scholars, and that you, wherever your career choice might be, whatever your academic goals might be, these will help you in ways that you might not even imagine. And so I think we can move on to the next slide.
My name is Kristen. I'm Vice President of Leadership. And leadership is important because leadership is an act of leading a group by taking a role in developing positive skills in the process. Leadership is important as a student because it allows you to grow in your skills such as empathy, positive attitude, and accountability, which can be then used as a future job. There are many leadership opportunities within Phi Theta Kappa, and there's three that I'll be talking about today, and one would be locally, which would be the college project. This helps to benefit the college and strengthen the working relationship with our college administration. The second leadership opportunity would be regionally, and I'll be serving as a regional officer. Anyone can become a regional officer as long as you are enrolled in a 2-year college through the spring of 2022. If you're interested in a leadership position, this may be perfect. fit even if you're a new member. The third leadership opportunity is internationally, which would be campaigning to be an international officer. Any current member in good standing and enrolled in at least one course at their college where they are a PTK member is eligible. To gain access to the leadership development studies, you would there's many different ways to do this or to establish this as a student, but the Pi Delta Kappa Leadership Development Studies is designed to provide existing leaders the opportunity to explore concepts of leadership and to develop and improve their leadership skills. The Leadership Development Study is designed to enable students to develop a fundamental understanding of leadership, identify their personal leadership opportunities and orientation, and many more things that leadership development study helps you do. And the reason I chose to become a student leader is just like Matthew, I plan to transfer to a 4-year university after TEP. And I chose to become a student leader because of the scholarship opportunities and to help boost my soft skills, leadership skills, and to strengthen my public speaking skills.
Hi, my name is Tamar. I'm the Vice President of Service, and my job is to develop and implement service programs and develop a service project for Alpha Nu Sigma. So a big part of being in college or transferring college is having community service hours, and in PTK we will give you several opportunities to help you build that on your resume. And it's beneficial because you're developing an increased sense of social responsibility, and you have the opportunity to apply academic learning to real life events, and you're exposing yourself to diversity and engaging through services. And this will just help you grow as a leader, as a scholar, and just as a person in general, especially through your journey through tech.
Hi, my name is Sherna Lee, and I'm a VP of Fellowship. Fellowship means coming together as a family rather than a chapter, doing fundraising, collecting donations, travel to different places to experience convention, and be involved in the community. Fellowship is important because it makes us a better team player and grow our leadership skills and help us to be the best version of oneself. There is 3 regional events and 2 international events each year that we attend. At the regional level, every chapter in that region come together to experience fun and education forum and listen to speakers and celebrate our achievements. Alpha Nu Sigma have been a distinction chapter at least 10 times in a row and #1 in Carolinas region several times. With the international events. The international events are events that chapters from all over the globe come together to experience fun and education forum, listen to the best speakers in the world, and just make new friends. And we also celebrate our achievement there too at a banquet and award ceremony. So I think leadership is important. No, leadership. Fellowship is important because it helps us to be engaged in the community and give back to the community. So we attend these events to be a better leader and gain new knowledge that will benefit each chapter and also form everlasting friendship and be more involved in PTK.
So are you ready to Kahoot now, y'all?
You're ready.
Alrighty, let me get it up and roaring here.
Hang on. I think I have to stop sharing.
Okay, you can stop sharing and then I shall go back and share then.
Yes.
Okay, and Ola, you will be reading the questions, correct?
Yes. Hello, everybody. I'm Ola.
All right, I'm gonna hit next, and now it's for the it's for all the marbles people. This is serious business. There is a prize. All right, here we go. Ola didn't read the question.
Okay, question.
On the screen. What is the name of HGTC's chapter of Phi Theta Kappa?
Alpha Nu Sigma is in fact who we are. And we have chapter t-shirts too, just saying, with that on there. So you won't ever forget it. They're beautiful, they're great. Next.
My screen just says Zoom.
Okay, that's fine. I'll read them, it's fine.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. When was Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society founded? It's a year. Yes, 1918.
Yay.
Well done, everybody. Nice job. And Deborah's still in the lead. Way to go, Deborah.
That one's coming up quick though.
Why is leadership important? Multiple choice. Is that everybody? We have 13 playing, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. All of the above, yes. It lets you grow as a person, allows for more accountability, and lets you have more empathy. Ooh, Helen's on fire. Fire, fire, fire.
I didn't catch up quite now.
True or false? There are many leadership opportunities within Phi Theta Kappa. Correct.
Yay.
You could be a chapter officer, regional officer, international officer. And if you're interested in thinking about maybe potentially being an international officer, Jason actually ran for international office. So he's been through it, and it's a really cool thing. So it's a wonderful opportunity. And they didn't really emphasize this so much, but the international officership, you are the student leaders for the entire organization. And it's very prestigious. Beth was a former national officer. Your esteemed Beth Caraway, and regional coordinator and advisor, served in that role kind of back in the day. But it's a really big deal. And you learn so much, and you get to travel and meet people, and it's just very cool. And you do learn leadership skills and also get really good at public speaking.
Yep.
Oh, Deborah's got a commanding lead still. How much money does Phi Theta Kappa offer in financial scholarship opportunities? Yes, $90 million. And if you are a you serve in a leadership role, particularly as an officer, even if you chair a committee, if you organize a fundraiser, all of those things help you be competitive with those scholarships. They just don't hand them out because you're in the organization.
Yeah.
And again, like I believe Matthew said, when you're looking to transfer, a lot of colleges do offer help just for being in Phi Theta Kappa. Like, you don't have to be like the superstar in the organization, but definitely check on all of these scholarships that are out there. Oh, Helen's still on. Oh, Deborah, better look out. The name of Phi Theta Kappa's free online search tool for colleges, scholarships, and career pathways is what? It is in fact PTK Connect. And when we finish this, Beth, if you wouldn't mind pulling up the website for Phi Theta Kappa and just showing people where to click to find these things on the website, if that'd be cool.
Okay.
All righty. Oh, it's going to be Helen and Deborah, but Tamara's on the move too. Look out, people. Where did Phi Theta Kappa celebrate its 100th anniversary? Not sure we talked about that, but
It's on the slide.
yeah, someone forgot to mention that, Shirley. And it was in fact Kansas City. So 3 of you did good. It was in Kansas City. It was wonderful. And unfortunately, we weren't allowed to go to convention this year. It was canceled. It was supposed to be in Texas this year, but it was all canceled due to this pandemic we're in. Oh, Deborah's been unseated by PJ. True or false? Phi Theta Kappa offers many fellowship opportunities.
Reason to get answers in this time.
Yep. Definitely true. Lots and lots of fellowship opportunities.
Yep.
With fundraisers, service projects, college project honors in action, all of those things, meetings. We did a Christmas party last year, complete with a tree and Santa Claus, and we made cookies and had little gingerbread house things going on. It was fabulous. It was awesome. Super fun. Super fun. Oh, PJ's got a commanding lead now. What are the benefits of Phi Theta Kappa service projects? And yes, all those service projects we do encourage all of those things. And if you guys are familiar maybe with an outside organization that needs help with something, we are a service-oriented organization. You know, we're here to help people. So maybe it's an elderly home. We've been to an elder care home. We've played music with them, played instruments and sung. We've done like a cookie delivery to first responders on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. So anything you guys can think of, we're certainly here to help with all of those things. What is service learning? Yes, it is an educational approach that combines learning objectives with community service. So, it's not just doing a thing that's a cool thing to do. You're actually learning a lot about yourself through that service. You become a scholar servant leader. And that is that. Helen's in 3rd place. Shirley's in 2nd place. And number 1 is PJ. Yay! Way to go, PJ. So you are going to be the recipient of our prize. So that was cool, y'all. I thought anyway. I'm going to stop sharing now.
Okay.
PJ's score doesn't count. He just wanted to play.
Ha!
Yes, we know who that was then.
Yes, we know who that is now, because I'm like, I don't remember a P and a J name on the screen.
I didn't either.
So I guess then it was Shirley, and then who was third?
Helen.
Helen. Maybe we'll let Helen win this one because Shirley is old school.
Not
She's
old
been-
now, just old
But,
school.
yeah, she's been an officer now for like 3 years, people. So she and Jason are the elder statespeople for the chapter. Just saying, they've been around for a minute, and it wouldn't really be fair. So, just saying. So, congratulations, Helen. Way to go.
Do we need to get her email address?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's something we would really need.
Yeah, we can get your email address.
Which one do you want? You just want my personal one?
Whichever one you check.
All right, so hwest86@gmail.com.
It's easy enough.
You got that, Jason?
Yes, ma'am. hwest86@gmail.
That's me.
Way to go, Helen.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
And Deborah was making a good run there. I was hoping she'd.
I know. I don't know what happened.
I don't know. Her video's not on either, but she was
No.
making a run. But oh well. Do you guys have questions for any of us, advisors or chapter members, or anything at all that you're, want to know more about, or is there some more we can share with you? We do need help with our college project. We are working with the food pantry at TAC. That's why I asked the first question about the food pantry. Working with Professor Jeannie Bennett to get it back up and running, because it opened for like a hot second, like in February, and then of course we closed.
Right.
And we know that it's going to need a lot of help moving forward. Whether we open in the fall or not, it's going to be a very valuable resource. And so we had a meeting with her today, and there's lots of tasks that we're involved with right now to try to do, like, check in with local people, grocery stores. We're checking local resources too, to update the resource page. So if anybody would like to help with that, would be lovely.
With the society.
And like Matthew said, we're working on mental health aspect with this COVID-19 pandemic. And they're deep down into research at the moment. We haven't come up with our action plan yet, but we also need ideas for virtual fundraisers. We're all having to sort of shift our paradigm of operation here and be like, well, we can't exactly sell donuts on campus this semester, probably. So what are we going to do? So any ideas you guys have, again, any service projects you guys want to contribute to, please share those, and please, be an active member, because you guys are the chapter, and we are a distinguished chapter. We won an award virtually this year, but International Convention, we are one of the top 40 chapters in the entire organization.
Out of the 1,300
right,
chapters that are out there.
We're top 40.
Yeah.
And have been for how many years now, Beth? We figured it out. How many?
Well, so we got the beta tall last year and this year, right? So that would be 5 years.
Yes.
Running.
And we're a little tiny school in Conway, South Carolina, but you guys make this chapter amazing with the leadership you bring and the projects you guys undertake and the work that you do. It's really all of you all, not what we do. We're just like, we're kind of like, okay, well, we got a little steered off here. Let's steer back on the road. That's all we do. That's what advisors do. You guys do the work. And we're thrilled to have so many new people. Yay.
Yeah. So Samantha had a question and said, is there a certain amount of things you need to be actively involved in to stay with the society? And the answer to that is no, Samantha. We don't require any involvement, actually. We certainly encourage it. You've heard from the officers. It helps with scholarships, and it helps you grow, as a student and as a leader and as a person. But you will be a member of Phi Theta Kappa as long as your grades stay cumulative at a 3.25 GPA or higher. Okay. Are there other questions? That was a good question.
Excellent.
As far as helping with the food pantry, who should I contact?
You can contact me or Beth.
Okay.
Just shoot us an email, and I think Beth's going to share at least the Phi Kappa website, and our contact information is in the invitation letter that you got.
Right.
And
Okay.
Beth, you've posted the link to the next meeting with Jeannie Bennett and Beth Havens on July the 8th, correct?
It is in, okay, so I just put both of our email addresses in the chat box in case anybody wants to copy those down. It's in the Google Classroom, but that's only for officers. So if anyone wants to join us on July the 8th at 10 a.m. for that meeting, just shoot me an email and I will send you the link to that meeting. We are just getting started, so we don't really know exactly what help we're going to need yet. We know that we want to try to do some online, try to get online donations to assist the food pantry as far as money, and the foundation has a link set up, so it should make it fairly easy to do that. But other than that, we're trying to figure out ideas for how can we help students, faculty, and staff get the food they need, whether we're on campus or we're not on campus. And that's a huge challenge, as you can imagine. So bring ideas is what I would say. If you can join us on that meeting, we'd love to have you.
Yeah, absolutely. And if anybody is a research hound and they want to dive into some serious databases and scholarly articles, you can holler at Matthew. He's chairing our Honors in Action project right now on COVID-19 and mental illness. Ola's working on that. Elena's working on that. Chris is working. I mean, all the officers are working on that at the moment too.
And then
when and where do you get this information regarding leadership positions?
Okay, so chapter officers, we still have a couple of positions, right? We have VP of fundraising still open, and treasurer is still open, I believe.
Yeah, and sergeant at arms.
Sergeant at arms.
Like
So
whatever.
that would be chapter positions, and we prefer, if you're going to be here through next spring, that you take it off, for officers. But if you have to leave us in December, we can still work with that. But we like it if you're going to be hanging around. If you want to be a regional officer, you can contact me for information about that. We have the 4 regional officers in place right now, and they'll be in their positions until March of 2021. And then we'll be looking for new regional officers who will be around until March of 2022. For international officers, we just elected international officers in April at the Virtual Catalyst convention, and they will be in place until next April. So you would have to be around again until 2022 if you want to serve in those, either of those positions, regional or international. Otherwise, I don't think we have anyone who has volunteered to be the chairperson yet for the college project. So if you don't want to be an officer, but you want to work on just a specific project, you could certainly volunteer to be the chairperson there. Tamar is our vice president of service, and we don't really have any service projects going yet. So she probably would be open to someone working with her to make some proposals and figure out what kinds of things we can do. The regional officers have challenged, if you will, people in the region to donate blood. And so it's not really a competition, but it kind of is. We're all competitive as that happens. So if anybody wants to sort of take charge for the chapter and coordinate people to go to blood drives or something like that so that we can participate in the regional project, that would again be a leadership opportunity. So I don't know if I answered your question exactly, but there's lots out there.
Yeah, or even fundraising. I mean, we need someone to chair. If you guys figure out what you want to do, and suddenly we need sort of a leader to charge through all that. there's lots of leadership opportunities. It's just, depending on what you guys want to do.
And how involved you want to be.
Yep. And it's totally your commitment. If you want it to be like your life for years, like Shirley and Jason have made it, which is lovely. We love that.
We do.
Then that's your choice. If you're like, well, I paid my money, I'm in, I'm getting my regalia at graduation, I'm good, that's okay too. But you will get out of it much more really than you will put in. Seriously.
Yeah, it can be life-changing. And I know that sounds dramatic, but it's true.
Heather, do you want to speak right quick about your sort of transformation from being, I just want to pay my money and roll out, to chapter president and now advisor? Because, you're the great spokesperson for that one.
That's true. And that was actually my plan. I got the invitation and I was kind of like, I don't know about this. I looked into it and then I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to pay my money. That way it's, it's on my degree. It's going to put me out there a little bit more for employers that are doing interviews. And then I was like, let me just go to a meeting. Let me just check it out, see what it's all about. So I started going to the meetings, but I sat like all the way in the back and didn't talk to anyone because I'm more of an introvert than anything. And that went from being interim treasurer for the second half of the year. And then that went from being chapter president. And then that went from getting scholarships and being able to walk on that stage at Catalyst, which was amazing. You're on stage in front of like 4,000 people, which is crazy. And like they were talking about networking with people, you network with so many people at that college, so I wasn't planning on looking for jobs or anything until I actually graduated. I had one semester left and I was actually approached by somebody at the college because there was a position open that they were like, I think you'd be really good for this. And I was like, I don't know. I'm not ready to job hunt yet. I've still got one semester of school left. I don't know. Well, my husband's like, you better jump on that. If you don't jump on that, you're stupid. So I did. And I've gone from just planning on going to school, getting my degree and getting into the work field and not doing anything else, to I now work at HGTC. I am now an advisor for Phi Theta Kappa, and we achieved so much that year when I was chapter president. We got so many awards that year. Our projects were the bomb, and it was just loads of fun.
And you're also working on your bachelor's degree now, correct?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, and she's a wife and a mother. So, it's not impossible to manage your life and find time for Phi Theta Kappa. For many people, that's sort of their saving grace. I know for me, it was like, oh, thank goodness I have found people who are smart and kids that want to learn. And, we have these great conversations and we hear amazing speakers like Shirley said, people that, the first female that headed up the first all-female team climbing Mount Everest. I didn't even know such person existed. I really didn't. But she spoke to us at convention, or Honors Institute, when it was convention, I believe.
Honors, I think.
But it's the opportunities out there are so vast, and these transformations. Even our former international president was a convicted felon who served time in jail, and he's going on to Columbia University on a full ride. It's transformative.
Questions from anyone else? Do you want me to show the websites?
I have one more thing to say.
Okay.
And I can also definitely tell you from experience, like I said, when I first started going to those meetings, I'm more of an introvert than an extrovert. And through my time with Phi Theta Kappa, the more I got involved, and I would not be speaking to y'all right now. Normally I just sit here and listen to everybody talk. But throughout the course of this whole experience, you come out of your shell and you push yourself. You really challenge yourself with your limits and stuff. So I've grown as a person. I can speak, strike up conversation. I'm a little more outgoing, but I wouldn't say I'm an extrovert yet, but it definitely changes you.
Any questions, y'all, at all about anything? Well, Beth, you want to throw up that website?
Well, I was going to, and I'm not sure if I can get there.
And we have a Facebook page too. It's called Alpha Nu Sigma, the little Insignia's little coffee cup.
I'm going to try this. I just don't know if I can. What I want to do is get back out of it. See if it'll let me have a different screen. Oh, well, okay. I didn't have it up to do it first, and I don't think it's going to let me go in here. Let me try.
I can pull it up, I think.
Let me try. That'll do it. I'll get it right here.
You got it? Okay. Never mind.
In a minute. There it is. Should be.
Yep.
Okay. So this is just a basic Phi Theta Kappa website. You would go in under members to find some of the things that the officers were talking about earlier. So your benefits are up here. They take why join, and there's Edge and Connect, Honors in Action, the leadership thing right there. If you, they didn't mention this, but if you are someone who likes to write and you want to take the opportunity to be published, or at least try to be published, Phi Theta Kappa produces the document or a publication called Nota Bene, and it is short stories, poems, it could be a research paper. We had a member one time get published with it was I forget what she called it, like a reverse chronological paper for, I think it was English 102.
Yeah, English 102. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and she submitted that, and she was selected to be in the publication. So, if you have any writers out there, that's something you could think about too. So here there's information about running for international officer, offers and discounts. These are letters of recommendation. You can go in and request all of that stuff. Here's the information about the scholarships. There's PTK Connect.
We're gonna do that when I get on the other one.
And then
It's that now.
I don't think most of that stuff is stuff you would need, but here are the programs. This is the part that would be really beneficial for you, and that is all of the EDGE programs. Those are a really big deal. Competitive EDGE is for soft skills, and all four of these are self-paced. You can do them as you choose. You don't have to go in and do them all at one time. But Research Edge is the one that Matthew was talking about that would help you write a research paper and analyze peer-reviewed articles and things like that. Transfer Edge would help you with preparing to transfer to a four-year school. Employment Edge helps you prepare to get a job, and you will write your 30-second and 1-minute elevator speeches. You will get resume tips. You will get interviewing tips. There are lots of different things, and I think that's beneficial. They call it Employment Edge, and I understand why, but I think it's beneficial even if you're transferring. And then again, Competitive Edge is like soft skills, and that program is going to be undergoing some changes throughout the summer, and I think in the fall they're going to upgrade that. And on all of these, you earn digital badges that you can attach to your LinkedIn profile. So they've really done a very, very nice job putting these together. The one thing that I will say about Research Edge is right now in the region, we have a challenge going on. And if you complete all levels of Research Edge before July 23rd, I believe is the deadline, you will be entered into a drawing to win a $50 Amazon gift card. So it might be worth your time to go out there and see what happens. 5-star chapter plan we work on, the Hallmark Awards, honors and action. I mean, there's information, but this right in here is the personal development. When Kristen was talking about the leadership development course, this is where you would find it, your leadership development course online. That course is a big deal. It will take a while to work yourself through that. But somebody was talking the other day about, you know what, just set aside 30 minutes a day to work on whichever one of these interests you first. Not sit down and try to do the whole thing. Now, if you have a weekend and that's what you want to do, that's perfectly fine. But it's more about taking the time to go through them and process what you're reading and seeing. And so that's where you would go for Phi Theta Kappa. Information is under members, and then down under programs is where you would find that. Leila, was there anything else?
I don't think so. Just join our Facebook page. How do we keep in touch about everything going on at Tech Like Projects via email and Zoom? Question mark.
Yeah, that's pretty much
we're
right.
trying to email people. And right now, like Jason said at the outset, everything will be via Zoom right now. Everything will be via Zoom. And our Facebook page also is where a lot of that sort of pops up for chapter members.
You would go look up Nota Bene. It was under the benefits. When you first went into ptk.org, it was listed under benefits. That's where you would find the information about getting published. And I think that deadline is not until next April. They do it on a sort of a strange schedule. Not even sure if they've announced this year's winners yet, but now the publication deadline would be for next April. So you have plenty of time.
And I saw that Jessica asked to join. I'm about to add her to our Facebook page.
Oh, good. Okay.
Where is requests? Let's see.